Welcome to the very first episode of Off the Record Podcast. I'm Nathan Beagle.
I'm Kobe Robinson.
And today we're going to talk about our favorite time of the year. Football is back! I am so excited. I've been waiting all year for this. I see you got your St. Imperial on.
Yes, sir.
Oh, boy. So, who are you guys playing today?
All right, so today we got Tampa Bay, new look Tampa Bay, Tom Brady.
The Tampa Bay.
Yeah, it's crazy down there, but, I got my Saints pulling it out.
You got them pulling out?
Yeah.
Ooh. I think I'm going to have them come out, too, in that situation. I just know that teams with a new coach and new players, they got a whole lot of new players on that roster this year.
Huge turnover.
And great talent, but, as time takes practice and for everyone to come together. Mm-hmm. And I've heard Bruce Arians' offense is pretty hard to run. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go with the Saints on this one. And now we got my Chicago Bears going against the Detroit Lions. Mm-hmm. And we've swept them the past 3 years, so I'm not too worried. But it's 2020. You never know what's gonna happen.
I'm gonna go with the Lions.
Oh, it's gonna get heated already. It's not even 5 minutes.
I'll tell you this before. I'm not a believer. Although I like Mitch Trubisky just because he went to UNC, but I'm not a believer of him.
Well, it's a make or break year for him. If he somehow can pull it together, I've heard he's had a great training camp. He's obviously the starter, but if it goes south, we always got Nick Foles, Super Bowl champion. So
what's your prediction for the score
today?
Yeah,
I have us winning. I'm gonna go 24-13.
24-13. All right. In the Bears-Lions game, I'm gonna go 21-10 Lions.
21-10. Mm-hmm. Ooh, yeah, that much faith in Matthew Stafford over that defense.
Yeah, I like Stafford. I do have Marvin Jones in a couple fantasy leagues, so
I see how it is. Then I see how it is.
Kenny Galladay isn't playing today, or he's doubtful. So I'm really.
Oh, he's doubtful.
Yeah, I'm really.
I low-key got him on one of my fantasy teams too.
Oh,
I've
heard changed that.
Oh yeah, but for a score for the Saints game, I think it is gonna be close though. Great. That's all I can ask for is great football. I'm going to go 28-24.
28-24. I'm going to go 31-24. We got a high-power offense. We got a lot of weapons, so I'm going to go 31.
I feel like it's just going to be whoever gets that one stop or that one turnover.
Defense is definitely going to be key in this game. But like I said, I have a lot of faith in the Saints defense. I have a lot of faith in us every year. I hope this is the year we go all the way.
Especially the past couple of years, you've had those pretty struggles. I mean, we've had them here with our double doink, so it's just been heartbreaking past couple of years for both of us. Another game we're going to look at is the Cardinals and 49ers. I feel like this is a great matchup. A team literally a half a quarter away from winning the Super Bowl versus a young up-and-coming Kyler Murray with a stud in DeAndre Hopkins.
That trade was unbelievable.
I couldn't believe it, man. I know so far Johnson's been doing all right on Texans. He had a touchdown on Thursday Night Football. But they still got the smoke from Kansas City, the Super Bowl champs. Mm-hmm. So, who do you got this game?
I got that one. I'm going with the Cards in that one. I love Kyler Murray. I just love the swag he plays with. He got him a true number one receiver now in DeAndre Hopkins. Kenyon Drake is still there. I like Kenyon Drake. And then I really like the way the defense is going. They got Isaiah Simmons, the safety from Clemson. Well, really, he's the do-it-all guy from Clemson. I like him. They still got Pat Peterson back there.
Ooh, man, that name, he just seems to never age. Or he does age, but I always hear that, his name. He's always in the conversation.
Always one of the top corners.
And that's a good cornerstone for their defense. Man, we're just going to keep, going back and forth. I'm with the 49ers on this one. I think that defense is just going to be – I think that defense is enough to slow it down. Mm-hmm. And Hopkins is like a Larry Fitzgerald 2.0. They don't drop the ball.
And don't forget, Larry Fitzgerald is still with the Cardinals.
That old man, he said, I do not need retirement. We are keeping going. Mm-hmm. And, that's going to be great for Hopkins, too, because – he's got a mentor, Larry Fitzgerald, and they play so similar. Mm-hmm. And I think this will help his game stride out some more. Mm-hmm. But for score, what do you got? What's the score you got?
I got I'm going to go 28-24 for this one. It's going to be a close one.
I'm going to go 24-17 49ers.
Okay. I like that.
Relevantly close.
Mm-hmm.
Kyler Murray is a DOG, but he's still young, and I think it's just all uphill from here. And we'll cover one more game. We're going to take it out to the East Coast, the NFC East, or AFC East, excuse me. The Miami Dolphins versus the Cam Newton Patriots.
Yes, I'm very excited to see this one. Man, I think Josh McDaniels is going to game plan around Cam Newton, and I think they're going to shock.
It's going to be so weird for the Patriots seeing a different quarterback for the first time in 20 years.
Right, but one thing with the Patriots too is they did get a lot of opt-outs with their players, and it's a lot of their defensive veteran guys.
And a defense that was number 1 last year. Oh my Lord, that's gonna hurt them. And I know, what was it? I think it was Van Noy. One of the linebackers went to Miami. So week 1, he's already playing his former team. That's gonna be juicy.
But the Dolphins did a lot this offseason too. They got
Jordan Howard. They picked up Jordan Howard.
Didn't they get Byron Jones too?
Yeah,
they spent a lot on their secondary right there.
I have the Dolphins. I don't know if I can recall them making the playoffs, but I have them being strides better than they were last year. They've made a lot of good offseason moves. They bulked up that O-line too. Now, is Ryan Fitzpatrick or Tua starting?
Ryan Fitzpatrick starting, but I would not be shocked to see, around week 5 or something, we see Tua in there.
Just because Fitzmagic is just so good and good. Like he's just so
up and down.
I saw a stat that he has the potential to pass like 5 Hall of Fame quarterbacks on the all-time passing rate.
Really?
Like one of them was Troy Aikman. One of them was Steve. Was Steve Young on that list? But they were all like under 1,000 yards or less. He could pass them, and it's like 5 Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
Hats off to Fitzpatrick, man. He's been around the league for a long time, and he's still making it happen.
I just love it, man. I hope he does pass him, and I hope that he just continues to be the man he is. And speaking of football, we're going to end it on, fantasy football. Love fantasy football. Every year I do a draft. Now, I wish I could say that my team actually wins, but we're going to take it around. We're going to break it down and talk about our fantasy teams. What is up, David? You trying to hop on this podcast or what?
No.
You got a fantasy football team you want to talk about?
I don't do fantasy football.
Oh, boo.
I'm terrible at it.
Hey, me too. But we still do it every year for the hope of winning a little money or something. All right, Kobe, let's hear your football. Fantasy football.
So I'm going to go with the best team that I have out of all my teams here.
All right.
I've got Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. Like you said, David Johnson at running back. Chris Carson from the Seahawks. Had to go ahead and grab my boy, Michael Thomas, best receiver in the game. Don't poke me on it, though. Then I have Odell, Jared Cook, Marvin Jones, the Chargers defense, and Butker, the kicker from the Chiefs.
Oh, the Chiefs,
Yeah, and that's my starting lineup for the week.
Well, that's pretty solid right there. I can see you winning a lot of games. My team, I was the commissioner in this league, and so I had the number 1 overall pick. And I think we were doing practice or something. Like, we got out 10 minutes later. But the CPU had my back and drafted Christian McCaffrey. And we got him as the running back. That was my first overall pick. From there, the quarterback, we got Russell Wilson. I picked up Mozart from the 49ers. We got Kenny Galladay, Moore from the Carolina, Darren Waller, Emmanuel Sanders, Pittsburgh defense, and Houston's kicker. I'm not too upset. The only reason I hate having the number 1 pick is because you gotta wait so long.
Right.
You have to wait basically through 2 rounds.
But I mean, you get it back to back though.
Yeah, but usually like so much talent is taken in that time.
in between
So
the
it's like you have a good one, and then you have a chance to like get 2 tier 2s and like so on and so forth. But I'm just hoping I can win this year. Trades.
Is this a league for money?
It's like I was a $5 buy-in, so
okay.
what I usually do is first place gets $45 and the second place gets their $5 back.
Okay, well, hey, you put 5 in, you get 45. It's still a come up.
That is a win, a plus, a come up. But I cannot complain at all. Now, we're here in Scotland campus for basketball. I just want to say it's been week one. Week one is in the books. We started on Tuesday, right after Labor Day. Kobe, I just want to hear your thoughts so far, week one.
So far, week one was pretty good. You know, it was just kind of a lot of learning as you go. You know, with us being interns, getting a lot of hands-on experience, doing a lot of different things. It was good. You know, getting to interact with the kids, finally seeing everybody out of quarantine, seeing everybody get in the gym. You know, do different things. I really enjoyed week one.
Oh yeah, I really like to see it, even from being the camera guys.
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing through the lens of these kids hooping and balling is just a treat. I love it. It's so great. And like you said, all these kids were in quarantine just from everyone coming around, and they had to keep them quarantined for 7 days. And now that they're finally out, they're finally being able to ball. It's just exciting to see some action. And for being from a small town, the pool of diversity and untalent, that is just small.
Right.
And now we're here, and there's just players everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
just I just love it, man. I love basketball so
International
much.
guys, top-ranked guys with high major Division I offers. It's just, for me as a basketball fan, it's just, you know, a great place to be at the time.
I'm just excited for games to start, making some
Excited to
fat
get-
highlights.
I'm excited to see like growth in the kids, you know, just from week one to the end of the semester. You know, it'll be a huge difference by then, and we'll definitely be able to see it and track it.
Even through like day one to the end of week one, I've already seen some improvements,
Mm-hmm.
and that's already exciting as it
Mhm.
is.
Right.
And now, like I was saying, we are in a bubble like the NBA.
Right.
We are now allowed to leave, now allowed to have people come in. I just want to hear, what were your thoughts on this bubble?
So I like the bubble idea. Just to, you know, it worked in the NBA, so I feel like we can bring it to the prep level and make it work. At first, the first 7 days of my quarantine were difficult. You know,
Yeah.
I'm from New Orleans, so just me being out in small Scotland, stuck in a room for 7 days was just different. But I think that, like I said, the bubble will be very effective. You know, guys are here. Everybody can only focus on basketball and what they need to get done. You know, not being able to go off campus, not being able to do certain things that would normally happen without COVID. It's just a time for you to just better yourself and focus on your skills and what you need to improve at. So I like that.
Oh yeah, it's like I said, it worked for the NBA. They had 0 cases.
0 cases the whole time they've been down there.
And I wish more leagues, I know hockey's doing it.
Mhm.
I wish like the NFL would look at it. Maybe since, you know, there's just so many players, maybe not one bubble, but like have many bubbles across the country in like major cities like Chicago, New York, LA, some in Texas, Florida, and have like surrounding teams and states just all come together. Have it like 3 or 4 teams in each bubble or something like that.
Yeah.
I know traveling to go play other teams would probably be the one issue with that.
Right.
But like as long as they're like confined to just them and if they sanitize the whole plane, I don't see where the problem could be.
Yeah, I hope that like on the prep level, you know, hopefully by 2021 we can start allowing teams to come into our bubble just to play in and go, but you know, we can actually start getting some more games with other teams. So I
That'll
hope
be
that works.
exciting just to see some other competition play our squad.
Joe Collins.
I'm so pumped. Joe's calling you.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's funny. But I know David was in quarantine over there. How's your quarantine, David?
Sucks.
Yeah, it's just terrible being. You like almost feel like you're in a jail cell. I feel you're just stuck in these. You can't leave. But then after 7 days, back to the grind of the hooping. So, yeah, I really do like this bubble. I think hopefully other preps will look at us and see how successful this is, and then they can start making bubbles of their own. 'Cause there's states that are totally not playing right now.
Right.
They're totally not having sports, or they're like postponing it to next year.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully they can look at this and get some positives out of it.
And I got a question for you now.
What's up?
You want to tell the people what was your journey to Scotland and how did you
My journey to Scotland. So I'm still in college. I got another year and a half at Ball State University, chirp. Indiana, I needed an internship to graduate. They require that on my curriculum. And I was on good old Indeed.com, just scrolling through, applying to every single thing. And then next thing you know, Coach Travis Scott gives me a call, interview went well, and he's like, yeah, we'd like to hire you. And I'm like, oh. I honestly did not see it coming because I was about 2 weeks away from starting, 2 or 3 weeks away from starting school again, so I already had my classes set up. But then, I just felt like this was too good of an opportunity to pass up. So we are here, drove 9 hours from the good old state of Indiana, and now we're here coaching and filming all these high talented basketball players, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so my journey kind of similar. I was actually scrolling on Twitter, and I followed this website called hoopdirt.com. They post like a lot of basketball jobs, things that going on in basketball. So I saw this one, and so I'm reading on, and I'm like, wow, this sounds really interesting. I had received a graduate assistant offer from the school I graduated at, Point University. I received the offer to go back and work there, but I actually turned it down in favor of, I was just gonna go to school in Florida, get my master's degree, live out there. But then Coach Joe, he called me on a Sunday, actually. Called me on a Sunday and asked me, was I still interested in coming work at Scotland campus? And I was like, yeah, definitely. And then it was like 3 days later, just boom. He was like, yeah, we'd like to hire you. So I got on, came out here, and I love it. I'm here mostly to work on coaching, because what I do want to do is I want to get into college coaching. So I'm here to work on coaching. I do player development. I do administrative work. It's just a lot of different things that go on here.
Yeah, I love that, dude. I just love the coaching aspect and seeing these players get better. But who just walked into the building, Mr. Derek. What's good, boy? I'm feeling great, man. You spectating? Yeah, you gonna watch some of these NFL games today? Watch football?
I am, but the season don't start till 4:25 in the Saints.
Right, we got another New Orleanian in here.
Oh, snap.
Don't start till the Saints.
I got them winning today. They're gonna beat Tampa Bay.
So yeah, we'll be fine.
Yeah, they got this bag. But yeah, I hope. Fingers crossed that we win too. But going back to this bubble, so as a coach, what would you say is your favorite drill that you've done so far?
My favorite drill that I've done. I really like, when I'm working with players and we're shooting, we do this 2-minute drill, 2 minute around the world. So they got to make two shots in a row from each spot on the arc from the 3-point line. And like I said, they get 2 minutes to do it. And it's just fun competing, seeing who can get the farthest in these 2 minutes. You see guys bring out their competitive spirit. If one guy gets to the top of the key, another guy's like, oh, I got to get past that. So that's probably my favorite one to do with them.
My favorite drill that I've seen so far, I can't remember what it's called, but it's the one where like Sully will shoot up, there's 3, they go back to half court, and then they come and they do like a 3-on-3, so to speak.
Yeah.
I just love seeing the competitive spirit. I'm sitting there behind the camera, and someone does a cool move behind the back, and there's heavily contested, still nails the shot. I'm just like, ooh. I'm just sitting there behind the camera, just cheesing. I love it. I live for those things. I just love basketball, man. That's why we're here. Why we're here to see.
Right. You've been keeping up with the NBA playoffs?
Oh yeah. R.I.P. those Rockets, man.
Man, I knew that small ball wasn't gonna work.
I said my boy's Tyson Chandler, so I was like, come on, put him in, man, put him in, coach. Nah, he didn't even see 1 minute of tick this playoffs. He shot 2 free throws.
Yeah,
he
shot
bricked
the
both
2
of them.
free throws
Bricked
in
them
the
both. I was so mad.
In the first round against the Rockets.
Jeez. But yeah, now the Western Conference is set up.
No, we still got one more
no,
game
that's
too.
right.
We got
It's
the Clippers and Nuggets.
I got Clippers winning tonight.
I got Clippers winning tonight too. I
can
really,
see the
I wouldn't
battle
mind
of-
it going to 7, just because I want to see more playoff basketball. But I think the Clippers are going to end it tonight.
That's kind of like how it was with the Raptors and Celtics game. Like,
Mhm.
I wanted Celtics win, but they still pulled it to 7 just for more great basketball. It was a great game, great series, all in all. And now in the Eastern Conference, we got Jimmy Butler's Heat versus the
Versus
Seas.
Celtics. Ooh, that's
gonna be a great series.
I can't tell you who's gonna pull out one now. I don't know yet. I like both teams a lot. I like how the Heat are scrappy, feisty. They get it in on the defensive end. And the Celtics, man, they got one of my favorite young players in Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum is a dog. I say he's like the Celtics' next Paul Pierce. Like he is that talented. But they're so deep too. They're so deep. Man,
I think the Heat are deep too, though. Don't sleep on the Heat's depth too.
Jimmy Butler has always been a winner.
Mhm.
Like every team he's ever played for, he's brought him success.
Mhm.
And then when he's left,
It just went down.
Timberwolves didn't make the playoffs. Philly swept
First
in the
round
first
exit.
round. And that Philly team was one Kawhi Leonard 5 bounce away from moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals. Man, I would really, as a Bulls fan and a former Bulls player, I would love to see Jimmy Butler go to the finals.
Go to the finals.
I think I'll be rooting for him, but it's one of those scenarios where if they lose, I'm not gonna be upset
Mhm.
because Celtics are a great team. Jason Tatum's a hooper. Jaylen Brown's a hooper.
Marcus Smart.
Hooper.
I really like.
I
Marcus
saw he quoted that he said he's the new king of the North. Do you agree with that?
Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't agree that he's the king of the North, but he definitely has the respect of the North.
I respect that. Yeah, who would be the king of the North?
If anybody has a say, it would probably be Jason Tatum.
Honestly, yeah. Kawhi Leonard's gone.
Kawhi Leonard isn't in the North. I don't think Pascal Siakam
I would say
could make
Giannis, but like they couldn't make it past the second round.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe as like a player,
Mm-hmm.
because just like what he can all do. Maybe he'd be the king of the North, but he's got to get some more playoff wins to.
Man, I think Giannis is out of there after.
Oh yeah, he
I
just
think he's out of
unfollowed
there.
everybody on the Bucks. Now, here's a real question: where does he go?
That is to be determined, but I could definitely see him in Miami.
Ooh, he pulls a KD. If you can't beat him, join him. Oh,
I think we all know Miami will have the cap space for him, and his fit there would be
he'd
seamless.
be surrounded by shooters.
Surrounded by shooters. Him and Jimmy Butler would be what? That's a problematic duo right there.
Another chip going back to the South Beach.
It could. It could. If
And-
they could find a way to get Giannis and Fred VanVleet, Miami would be tough.
That's exciting to think about.
They would have to lose like Goran Dragic, but Fred VanVleet's an upgrade over Dragic.
I agree with that truly. Man, even though no disrespect to Dragic, he's one of those like unsung players you just don't hear about.
Mhm.
He's a good fit on any team.
Dragic has been
Indeed.
real key this playoffs, especially with Kendrick Nunn being out.
Yeah, and he's been scoring. Like he's usually been
Yeah.
leading the team in scoring too.
I think people forget that Goran Dragic was an all-star at one point.
He was a reserve.
Hey,
Man,
he was
still
an
an all-star.
all-star.
Like I say with Mitch Trubisky, he was a Pro Bowler. He was a reserve, but he was a Pro Bowler. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about on this
Alright,
first episode?
Start one, bench one, cut one. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna give you
yeah.
3 names.
Let's hear it.
All right. Trae Young,
Trae Young.
De'Aaron Fox. I'm gonna try to think of another young point guard. Oh, and D'Angelo Russell.
Ooh. Fox, Young, and Russ.
Only reason I know originally we had talked about Chris Paul, but I just feel like that's too easy.
Yeah.
You can't. Chris Paul is a point god.
These guys are still young. They still got much to prove. All right, start. I'm gonna go Trae Young.
Mhm.
He's literally the Eastern Conference Steph Curry. He is a dog. Now he's on a pretty trash team. They got Clint Capella in this offseason. Nah, season during the season. I think that's a major upgrade. I feel like the Hawks 2 years from now could be like playoff contenders, and Trae Young is already on the come up. Now I'm gonna have to bench D'Lo. D'Lo is a dog. He was dog on the Nets, and it just stinks that he didn't get to stay around on the Warriors for so long.
Mm-hmm.
But they needed to have that trade to go after Andrew Wiggins. They needed a 3. Now that Curry's back, I feel like that was just like the shoe-in for Curry and Clay while they were coming back from their injuries and stuff. And then obviously I'm gonna trade away De'Aaron Fox, who he's like a John. I got John Wall feel from him. He's very fast, very athletic, and he can shoot.
Okay. I would have to go. I'm gonna start Trae Young. That's a no-brainer to me. Trae Young is too explosive to not start. He can erupt for 40, but he can also give you 10 assists too if he needs to.
He's a very great passer.
I'm gonna bench De'Aaron Fox just because his speed, his pressure on the defense. De'Aaron Fox is tough.
He is very tough.
D'Angelo Russell is still tough too, but I just feel like I need De'Aaron Fox just because of the amount of pressure he puts on the defense, and his change of pace is real. It's just real good at the lead guard spot. And he gives me a little bit more defensive intensity than D'Angelo Russell. But I'm not forgetting what he did his year in Brooklyn. You know, that was amazing what he did. And even I like him with the Timberwolves. I think him and Karl-Anthony Towns would be a great fit.
They need a third.
Mm-hmm. And I think they'll get one.
I
This
keep
is number
seeing
one pick.
Devin Booker.
I don't want Devin Booker to leave the Suns, but then again, I know that he's good friends with Karl-Anthony Towns and Russell, and that could make a scary trio.
Dog trio right there, man. All right, well, that's all we're going to have time for this first edition of Off the Record. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we will be back at this time next week.